So we are solving Chapter 4 word problems for our upcoming assessment. And it looks like real world problems, multiplying and dividing with fractions. Use models to help you. So when we think about models, we think about our drawings. And then when I see a word problem, we've got a couple strategies in 5th grade. One we call Rupert. And we have a new friend that was just introduced to us today. What's his name, class? Rodal. R-A-L-D-A-L. He was born today on December 2nd, 2022. And Rodal actually means what? Yes, it means read a little, do a little. Okay, so read a little, comma, do a little. Okay? Put that in parentheses. So it's actually an acronym that helps me study and remember how to attack these daunting word problems. So, is anyone able to read the first, the word problem first? Okay. So right now we're in the Rupert process, so we're going to read it 3 times. Ella.
There are 144 pieces of fruit in a box. Of the fruit in the box, 1/8 are red apples and 1/4 are green apples. The rest are oranges.
Okay. Second reading, Luke.
There are 144 pieces of fruit in the box. Of the fruit in the box, 1/8 are red apples and 1/4 are green apples. The rest are oranges.
Okay. All right. So my third read, I'm going to start. My third read, I'm starting to underline and understand, and I'm starting to plan the problem. Underline to understand and plan. So at this phase of my problem solving, I'm going to use my givens, my draws, and my finds and my maths. All right. So Charlie C. Last read.
There are 144 pieces of fruit in a box. Of the fruit in the box, 1/8 are red apples and 1/4 are green apples. The rest are oranges.
Okay, first thing I'm drawing. I'm drawing 144. This represents all of the fruit, right? So as I look up, I should see your bodies looking at your paper, your eyes looking at your paper, and your hand moving and drawing and checking your work, right? Okay, so 144 of the fruit in the box, 1/8 are red and 1/4 are green. So I know I got to cut this up into fractions, and it's good to have a common denominator. So could 8 or 4, if I have to draw this out, could 8 or 4 be the least common denominator for these two? What should I use, Saba? Yeah, let's cut it into eighths. So I'm going to cut my fruit into eighths so that it's easier for me to draw. And if I'm cutting into eighths, how many actual lines am I drawing in my rectangle, Ev?
7.
All right, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now when I do that, I try to make them the same size, but it doesn't always work. Okay, so I've got my 8 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sections, and it says 1/8 is what? What is 1/8? Reese. What kind of apples? Red apples, good. Alright, so why not? I have a red colored pencil right here. Why not do that in red? And you are allowed to use colors on your test. I love colorful math assessments, so I'm encouraging you to use colored pencils on your next test. Okay? Alright, you can. Alright, now, read a little, do a little. I got my 144 pieces. Here's my drawing in the box. Of the fruit, 1/8 are red. Done. Okay? What's the second part? A lot of times, when you see an and, it's a good point to stop in your Rodal method. You read a little, do a little. So there are 144 pieces in a box. Boom, draw. Of the fruit in the box, 1/8 are red. Boom. Draw. Done and done. What's the next tidbit I can add to my drawing, Ev?
So there's 1/4 of green apples.
Okay, so 1/4 are green.
And
So I have this cut into eighths. So how many eighths equal 1/4? This is just equivalent fractions, Ev.
2.
All right, so 2/8 equals 1/4. So I can color. Oh, I happen to have a green color pencil. This is lovely. I can color this and this my 2/8, aka my 1/4, and I'll label that green apples. I'm using my Radal method. I'm done with this right now. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. It says what? What's the next sentence? Reese. Okay, so the rest are oranges. Oh, I happen to have an orange colored pencil. Let's color that in. All right. So, what fraction are oranges? What fraction of the whole are oranges? Saba. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/8 are oranges. Okay? And that happens to be, how many oranges are there altogether? 5/8 of it are oranges, but we just need to figure out how much each one is. So I taught you a long time ago, a unit fraction is 1. 1 unit of the whole is 1/8. Okay, so if I can find out what 1/8 is, I can find out what 5/8 is, 2/8, and 1/4, 2/8, 1/8, 5/8. Okay, so if I want to find 1/8, what kind of math am I going to do? What's going to be my math? Ev?
I think it's not dividing, dividing.
Yeah, you're going to divide it by the number of sections. Because at 144, if I can find 1/8, that's going to be one of the sections of the fruit in the box. And then I can just multiply that or add that up. Okay. Does 8 go into 1? No. Does 8 go into 14, Luke?
Yeah.
How many times?
1.
All right, 1 times 8. 14 minus 8. 6. Bring down my 4, right? Luke, how many 8s are in 64? 8. All right, 8 times 8. 64, subtract 0. Okay, so each box has 18 oranges. How many oranges are there altogether? So this is my math 1. My math 2 is going to be what? What's my next math step? Let's hear from somebody else. Let's get some hands up. That helps me. Let's go with Charlie R. Yeah, sure. I said I had 18 in a box. I want to know how many are in 5 boxes. What kind of math am I going to do? Yeah, let's do multiplication. It's faster than adding. All right, Carson, 8 times 5?
20.
Carry my 4. 8 times 1, Carson?
8.
8. I'm sorry, 5. I said the wrong thing. 5 times 1.
5.
Plus 4.
9.
9. So I've got 90 oranges all together. Okay, part B says what fraction of the fruit are oranges? Well, I already did that because I did all my work. That's when you do all your work up front. It's easy at the end. So I could just say there are 5/8 of oranges of the fruit in the box. Period. All right. We used Radal. We used read a little, do a little. We did a drawing. We did math 1, math 2. We underlined what was important. And we answered in a sentence. I think I'm going to wrap up my recording there.